Black people, could you guys please start celebrating your birthday on the day, not the whole fucking month? Is that too much, black people? God damn! Black people got the pre-bash and the post-bash. Shit, my wife's birthday's in May. She has some girlfriends come over in July. I was like, where you going? We going out for my birthday. I was like, your birthday was 2 months ago, but they wasn't here. It's not your fucking birthday no more. You're a Taurus. You're not a fucking Leo. You can't celebrate into another sign.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Tunji's podcast. I am your host, Tunji Taylor Lewis. It's November, but I already have my New Year's resolution going into the new year. I don't think ever in my life I've ever had a New Year's resolution. I've ever taken New Year's resolution seriously, but given that I have a new, goal for myself going forward, and it's kind of close to the new year, I thought, you know what, let me for the first time have a New Year's resolution, and I already have it in November. My New Year's resolution going into 2020 is to not take shit so seriously. And that's with like a lot of things. Like there's just like a lot of things, especially when it comes to the things that I'm passionate about. I just take stuff way too seriously. I had this realization while I woke up early in the morning to catch the bus to go to a boxing class. That's how I get my exercise in. 3 times a week I go boxing, and I tried to hop on 2 buses are completely full. Like there's no way I could get in, right? And me, like when I get into that competitive, like sports mentality mode, I like anything can set me off, anything can piss me off. So I'm like, at this point, like I'm pretty pissed off because I'm gonna be late for my boxing class, and I gotta get it in. I gotta stay committed, gotta stay on the grind, all this stuff, blah blah blah. So I'm pissed. I'm calling my girl like I'm late, all this stuff. I squeeze my way into the next bus that comes. I get in there, I hop on the train, and like just a bunch of stuff was like getting in the way. Like escalators weren't working, and I was missing, this and that. And like I ended up getting to the class like 15-20 minutes late. And by this point I was so mad that I had a headache. I was so mad, and right before I walked into the gym, I was just like, why am I this angry about this? Like, it's all right if I'm a little bit late. Like usually I'm not, and I guess I like to make a good impression for the teachers, or for the teachers or the other people in class here. But you know what? Like everybody like has a missed day. Like it's not my fault. Like the buses were whatever, and basically I just came to the conclusion that I need to relax a little bit, and that's not just something that I need to do in boxing. That's something I need to do in this entertainment stuff, like this social media stuff, like this acting stuff. Like I think sometimes I get so focused on trying to be the best that I can be and achieving these high goals that I've set for myself that I forget that at the end of the day, like I'm spending a vast majority of my day trying to figure out how to make people laugh and how to entertain them and how to give them escapism. Like, this shit isn't that serious. I take it seriously because it's my passion and it's my gift. But, if something doesn't go right, or, if the editing software isn't functioning like it needs to be, or, the audience this or whatever the case may be, like, at the end of the day, like, I have it so good to know what I love to do, to have, and I should have fun while doing it. Like, that's the thing that took me out of track and field while I was passionate about that, like sports especially. Like, you kind of forget that, this is a game, or this is a sport. Like, it's supposed to be, these things are supposed to be fun. Like, stuff that frustrates me at work. Like, I can even I can definitely learn to like back away from stuff and be like, hey man, let me just get some perspective on this and not take everything so seriously. Like the fact that I feel like somebody disrespected me, all right, like that person ain't a part of my life anyway. What do we got here? Shaggy Style Official. That's why he'll shine very soon, bruh. Well, I appreciate that, but and I definitely hope so, but I feel like that's my whole thing. I feel like before I kind of had this realization, I was kind of in the mindset of like, I have to be like great at all costs. I gotta be this. I gotta do that. I gotta inspire this, build this, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I feel like the foundation for me is just like, I feel like I'm just at my best when I'm having fun, when I'm in a space of, just like love and joy and like just a clear mind, and I'm not so hard on myself for everything, and like everything isn't so filled with just like conflict and gritting my teeth all the time, and so tense is that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, man. I think that that just comes with being as focused as I am, because when I'm focused on something, I really, really zero in, and I'll forget all the other, like just everything revolves around like this one thing. And that's a great thing to have. I don't regret that being a part of my personality at all. I actually love that about myself. I love my ability to focus, and it really, really helps me get a lot of stuff done in a short period of time. But as you guys, might have observed, like I had to take like, a couple of weeks off of the podcast thing. And actually, while I was taking this break is when I had this realization of that I just take shit way too seriously. And like with this attitude that I have, and with this like, grind all the time, work harder, work stronger, never stop, no fun, all this stuff, that's a big part of why I feel burnt out sometimes, is that's not a sustainable way of going about things. Like this stuff should be fun. Podcasting should be fun. Obviously there's a bit of strategy to it, and the fact that I'm putting one out every day, so I'm giving myself as much chances to touch as many people as possible. Right now I'm here with Shaggy Style Official. I appreciate you, bro, like hanging out here with me and stuff like that. Like you're the greatest for that, bro. There's strategy to it, and there's a plan to it, and there's passion behind it, and I take it seriously. But at the end of the day, it has to all this stuff should start from a place of, this is what I love to do. This is what I have fun doing. Like I have more fun doing this than I do, anything else. This is what gives me the most joy. Like I was just with a couple of my college friends, shout out to Nathan and Cheyenne, and we're just talking about like old times in college, where not old times, I wasn't in college, I'm just talking like I'm 50 years old or whatever, like back in the day when I was in college. But anyway, I was just talking about sometimes years ago when we were just on that stage just for the love of it, man, and there was no money to be made. It was just literally for the pure love of making people laugh, and just like the wave of adrenaline you get from making people laugh, like there's nothing like it. So yeah, I want to get back to that place when I was like 14, 15, 16-year-old in my high school plays, being passionate about creating posters, and being passionate about going to rehearsal, and like the camaraderie I'd feel with my other castmates, and being obsessed with like the music that we were going to be singing in the theater productions, like that sort of stuff, right? Like I want to get back to that place where like this stuff is like it's my gift, but it's fun. Like I love it. Like getting back to the place when I used to do improv all the time, and just going to as many venues as I could, and going and like studying people who were better than me, so I can like pick from their skills, and pick what I like from what they do, incorporate that into my own thing. And I think that's just the thing I'm gonna have to be aware of, like, I don't know, basically as long as I live. It's just like, starting from a place of fun, starting from a place of love, taking it seriously, but not letting it get to a place where it's work and it's all serious and there's no fun involved, and we can't take any leisure and we can't have any fun with it. I've definitely been blessed with a good work ethic when it comes to this stuff, and I just feel like that can get the better of me sometimes. So that's it for today, y'all. Shaggy _style _official. Appreciate you sticking with me. But that's all the time I have for today. I'll be here tomorrow with another episode. Peace.